As usual, you gotta give me a moment to get everything set up here right quick. Gotta test the volume, gotta change the thumbnail, etc. Made a new thumbnail for today, by the way, but because when it comes to the thumbnail, it just depends how I'm feeling. Sometimes I just toss up a previous one because I don't like keep the old thumbnails stacked or anything. I usually keep like the previous one or two, so I just have something to throw up if it I don't feel like making one, and I actually still want to stream or whatever. So, but yeah, let's try to get all this open here right quick. Update thumbnail. Alrighty, thumbnail, open. It's taking a little bit of time. Oh yeah, I gotta, well after this saves, I'll check the, well actually, it doesn't matter, I can just test the volume after I get the chat open, so. Make sure this is set to speaker internal, because when you have a second monitor and you have a Chromebook, sometimes it will automatically change the output for the audio. Because it just defaults to the monitor instead of the actual Chromebook. But okay, let's oh, it might come in loud. Actual Chromebook. Alright, well add to, okay, let me lower that right quick so it doesn't come through. Alright, there we go. Now just open this. Alright. And I low-key found out, well, quote, found out. I experimented myself, but I found a better perk, and it definitely changes the damage and makes it better than using the comment perk. Because I was thinking, because there's that one shotgun perk, I don't have it yet, but like after every kill, every bullet you shoot is a crit for 5 seconds. But then I was thinking about that, and it just doesn't. Well, I guess I would test it if I got it, but it seems like after that 5 seconds is up, you're still going to have to get another kill because I don't know. Like if you just keep getting kills, does the 5 second timer just keep resetting, or does it reset after 5 seconds and then you have to get a kill without that boost no matter what in order to reactivate it? So I figure putting on Fortress is better. Well, it's already tested it. It outputs way more damage than Comet does. It's way more consistent, obviously. But yeah. So now, as 46 is the highest level we can make stuff at the moment. So our next move is to get that to 46 and that, and then, yeah. Oh yeah, and this, I have it Because you just expel all the ammo, and then you can just switch to it to activate Moaning Winds, and then, yeah. I haven't really been implementing that as of yet, though. But, yeah. And I will be, setting it to open today. But, obviously I'm still not doing these, like, this one I'm not gonna do, I'm not, like, the only one I'm actually gonna do is, Marshland Caverns. Because Boomtown is just too, like, that one you have to pay attention way more, you know? Because the time is so short, and then, hold up, let me get a sip of water, but because the time is so short, and you have to pay more attention and avoid dying. Like in Marshland Caverns, you still gotta, like, I don't know, give the game a couple percent protection.
We've been detecting
Or attention. I don't know why I said protection. Because there are a couple parts, like, especially when, like, the two brood mothers at the beginning, sometimes you can get cheesed by that. And then, when you have to activate the obelisk thing, that can kind of get cheesy at certain times, because on this one you have to actually stand in it. You can't just, like, leave and then jump in after they're all gone, because it continuously spawns enemies. So here's this thing, you just, shoot all the bullets, don't make sure the reload doesn't finish, and then every 8 seconds you could just swap back to it and it'll do the AoE attack again. I haven't, like I said, I haven't been implementing that at all yet, but... And you'll see how much of a difference the,
Damn it. Corrigan pushed too far with mining, and his people
fortress makes in comparison. I still think they need to, like, those enemies, if their jump isn't going to have a cooldown, I do think they should just take the melee away from that enemy. Like, it shouldn't, like, see how quick Fortress melts the enemies in comparison to waiting for, the comet to actually work. Can't see the ammo, not gonna lie, because unfortunately when the view thing changes and comes up, the ammo, see, like, you can get cheesed by that, and then it's like they dive at you at the same time that the other one does. You can get hit with the wombo combo, but other than that, because Comet, it only activates every 3 seconds, and then half the time the game goes like, oh, well, it's too crazy, so it's only going to activate every however many seconds. And it glitches out. Yeah, this, you hit the ice wave, take care of the crawlers right quick. What's the other one? Okay, that one is glitched out. And the strat is to run back here and then just stand here. Because they all focus into this area, and that's why it doesn't even come all the way through most of the time. It's easier, because you can get cheese in this part with these little hippo ones or whatever. It's kind of a little brazy. But yeah, that's pretty much the only way you really die in this game is if you get absolutely cheesed with a wombo combo or something. Like the only way you would die, hit by the jumper, you get stunned, and then you get surrounded by a bunch of the little ones. and their damage just so happens to glitch out and deal way more than it's supposed to be doing. Because that's still an issue in the game that they haven't fixed yet. Where the enemies will randomly start dealing way more damage than they are supposed to be dealing. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, even with crossplay on, like, you never have people really join. I mean, I know people, like, most people probably aren't at the end of the game yet. And most people, I don't know. But, you gotta think about it, most people only play, like, a couple hours a week, if that. And they might not even play the same game every time. Because when it comes to games like this, it's not like the fan base of it isn't like a bunch of little kids, or at least in comparison to things like Call of Duty or Battlefield or whatever. You know? Like, obviously every single game is gonna have kids, but like this genre, because it's not as kid friendly, you know what I mean? Like Call of Duty, especially now, a brain dead like mouse could literally play Call of Duty and have a 5 KD if they're playing with a headset, you know? Trying to do it. Yeah. Move on the right click. So, you gotta deal with these little ones that will glitch out half the time. Like, you see how little damage they were doing right there? Then randomly, you'll get hit by one of the littlest ones, and one hit from them will do almost your whole health bar for no reason. Like, it doesn't make any sense why it randomly changes mid-mission sometimes. But yeah, that's another reason why, like, setup videos are so prevalent for games like this, because when little kids or like idiots play that, they can't really figure anything out themselves, so they gotta look at a build video or whatnot, you know? Yeah, I figured everything out in the game so far myself. Well, outside of the whole like those ones that leap at you, I saw in a video that they home in before or like as they're jumping, so you don't want to dodge instantly. You want to actually wait a little bit because they'll aimbot onto you with their jump. So yeah, actually, like having a good or a decent reaction time is actually a negative in that instance, because I was like dodging instantly as soon as it would look like it was gonna jump, but in reality you want to wait until they jump a little bit and they're in the air. And apparently you want to like dodge to the right for those as well. I don't know how relevant that is, but I don't know. And that's the only tip I got from any of the videos, because most of the videos are like 10 things you need to know right now. It's like the most basic thing. It'll be like, you can dismantle your gear for resources. And it's like, wow, I didn't know that. Like, what person is watching a video like that? And they're like, oh, I didn't know you could dismantle stuff for resources. Oh my goodness. Like, I don't know. These videos like that are just garnered towards, I guess, the most retarded people on planet Earth. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like MD Pope, except it's most retarded person on planet Earth instead of most disturbed. But, yeah, it's kind of funny. Most retarded person. That'd be funny. Someone should make a comp of that. Call it most retarded person on planet Earth. And just make it compilations of, like, the dumbest, like, YouTube videos and thumbnails and stuff. You know, like the Call of Duty thumbnail where it's the guy with his mouth fucking wide open, like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this happened. Or like, new Call of Duty setup. Like, Jesus. I like how, like, Call of Duty is, like, so ridiculously, like, retard friendly now, and people still watch videos like that because they can't figure it out. Like, the game basically explains it, what the best thing is to use to use without ever having to look at a video. It's like back in the day, you kind of had to. Well, all you really had to do back in the day was pay attention to what everybody else was using, for the most part. Like, obviously, there were trolls like me and whatnot running around with noob tubes the whole time in Modern Warfare 2 and all Akbaring with the fucking RPG and stuff. That was kind of funny. You would just like run around and shoot the RPG, and because you got so much extra explosive damage, you would just kill people shooting it like nowhere near them. Oh man.
What will you use the metal for?
They need to bring back fun stuff like that in Call of Duty, I'm not gonna lie to you. Basically, like Black Ops Cold War, that's one of the reasons I stopped playing it. Because there wasn't really much to troll with. Like, there was an RPG and then the noob, or the, like, thumper. But they just nerfed it into the ground so hard that it was basically, there's no reason. Like, you could direct impact someone with the RPG, and usually in Call of Duty, if you do that, it's an instant kill no matter what. But if they have Flak Jacket on now in Cold War, well, you have to direct impact them with three rockets for it to kill them. And it's like, oh, well, I'll just not play your game. Like, if I wanted to play Call of Duty, I'll go back to Black Ops 4, because in that game, running around with the RPG is actually kind of fun. Like, there's no perks to boost the damage or anything, but all the attachments on it kind of combine, and you're running around on Nuketown only. You can direct impact for an instant kill, and it takes only 2 rockets otherwise, unless they're using Flak Jacket. But in Black Ops 4, Flak Jacket isn't that useful. Well, I mean, you don't see that many people with it. But it was really crazy, because back in Modern Warfare 2, Flak Jacket wasn't a perk. You had to put on the blast shield thing, but that means you would have to not have a grenade, and, like, I'm pretty sure I literally never saw anyone ever use blast shield. Like, I used it a couple of times, but when you would use it, or put it on, because you had to activate it every life, it would take away your HUD so you couldn't see anything. Like, I think personally that's how something like that should be. Like, the perks need to have more of a negative side. Or like they need to be like in Black Ops 1, where they're actually grouped up in their respective perk slots better. So it's like, oh yeah, you want this perk, well, that slot also has this perk, and back in those days, you could only have one from each slot, but nowadays it's like, oh yeah, use this, and you can pick 3 different perks from each thing, and it's basically just like making it so people who are too stupid can just pick that and then look at a video and be like, oh yeah, those are the perks you use. Because back then you had to actually select and be like, oh, do I really want to use Warlord to have an extra attachment? Or should I not? You know? Because back then you could only have either one attachment, or if you had Warlord in your... I think Warlord was the second port slot, or perk slot. Well, I know it was the orange one. Because, yeah, because first one was blue, second one was orange, third one was green. So, yeah, that's how it was. Then when it comes down to it, like, most people will settle on, like, certain ones anyway. Like, most people used Flak Jacket. Most people used Ninja. Most people used Sleight of Hand. You know? I think sleight of hand was in the orange slot, I think, right? Maybe I'm remembering that wrong, but I think it was. But like every once in a while, like some people, if they're running around with the ballistic knife or something, you'd run around with like marathon and then lightweight. That was cool. But getting marathon pro was AIDS, just because the game made you had to play capture. Well, I mean, playing capture the flag wasn't that big of a deal, but like before that game mode died off, and unfortunately though, you also had to like get first bloods, and that was kind of AIDS because you just had to basically just sprint forward and hope your teammates didn't get the kill first. But it's back in that day, people actually like, believe it or not, back in Black Ops 1, 85-90% of the community actually moved around and rushed forward. Like, not necessarily rushed forward, but like nowadays people play so passive because they know if they don't, they won't be able to get kills. And Call of Duty's fan base has become so diluted that there's nobody actually good left. Like, all it is the people that pretend they're good, but it's really their internet connection carried. I mean, like, basically every YouTuber, like, they have their headset on full blast, and then they're always using the best setup. And then if they don't, they like make a video on it, like, I used what setup in Call of Duty? And people click on it and watch it because they don't understand that basically every gun in Call of Duty is extremely good. Like, every new Call of Duty, there's only ever like a couple primaries here and there that are absolutely terrible. Like, to the point where it's a disadvantage to use it. But you'll hear like the streamers be like, "Oh yeah, this good." Like, "Wow, that guy's using the AS file. That's so OP, dude." And then not only will they turn around and start using it, but like, it's not even a noticeable difference. You know, like, this isn't. It's not CS:GO where it's like, "Oh yeah, having the one tap ability is like way better and gives you a bigger advantage." But like in Call of Duty, that advantage basically doesn't exist anymore. Like, obviously people will be like, "Oh yeah, this is the meta weapon. Oh my goodness, like all these guys are doing is using the meta." And it's like the difference is so tiny that the only real difference is depending on what kind of internet connection you have. Like, if you're out there running X-Chrome VZ 1,000 gigabyte a second connection, and of course you're gonna do better than pretty much everybody. That's not a knock against X-Chrome VZ or anything, because I think it's pretty cool, but you know, people try to flex when it's their internet connection carrying them most of the time. Like with X-Pro VZ, he has like a fucking 9 KD, so that's a little different than like all these little retard streamers that only have like a 4 to 5 KD. It's like, yeah, that's what your KD should be. You know? But if you're trying like that hard, always have your headset on, always got the like extreme 1,000 gigabyte internet setup. Oh, didn't get me, pimp. See, that can be annoying right there, because the crawlers will cheese you, because that, if you get hit by that, it'll freeze you, and then you can get absolutely... As you can see, these other two people joined, so my damage is decreased a little bit because of the game. Like, oh yeah, the 3 people now, so... But what I've said since the game came out, I think they need to change it. So if you have 3 people, the enemies still have the same health, there's just more of them. That's how I think it should be. Because just having a fucking wall of health, not only does that disincentivize any character setup outside of a DPS one, it's just obnoxious. You know? Like, that's how most games do it. They don't add health, they just add more enemies when more people are playing. But Hopefully these people can output some decent DPS. But there's a lot of time when people join. Well, the guy that's playing the Devastator, I'll give a pass to because he could be a tank setup. But like the fire guy should be debuffing everything. That was, you see like the AI glitched out there for a second. That's kind of funny. Yeah, see, this part's definitely easier if you have people that actually know what they're doing. I'll heal that guy right quick. I like how the heal heals your teammates no matter what, like any range. That's actually, I mean, it's only 33% of their health that they get back, so. Oh, I thought that enemy died, I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, I guess that guy doesn't have a tank though because he fucking died. What's yo goofy? I wish you could talk to people. There's no mic to mic in this game. Like, I understand if they couldn't figure out the crossplay shit, but like if somebody else is on PlayStation, I should at least be able to talk to them so I can fucking roast. Like he's playing the fucking Devastator and isn't even tanky. Like, GG. But that guy's using weightlessness because he's not a trickster, so he's not using the ability that the trickster has to do that. So. Like, I know what the heck? That was weird. Like, you see my character like glitch out? Like it wasn't letting me move. And like the top half of my character disappeared. Yeah, that's one of the many glitches that this game has. I mean, I haven't seen that glitch before, but you got those ones up there, but okay, he's gonna, I don't know what that was. Bruh, what is going on? Like, it's like stacking. That's weird. It's just that he was about to leap on. He's leaping to the bit. Fucking gay ass. Gay ass, leaping to it. That's fine. Oh, I forgot the... Honestly, I don't know why I forgot that the brood mother comes in the first. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, well I can't see, whenever the stupid viewer thing, I need to like take that off, the viewer thing, because it covers up my ammo, and I can't see it, and I can't tell if I should be shooting at the brood mother or should I shoot at the little ones to regain ammo. I pushed the wrong button there, but it is what it is. Bruh, what is going on? Alright. My aim right there was terrible. I was like, I don't know what was happening there. I'll heal that guy right quick. Alright. But yeah, that's the sad downfall of Call. I mean, all Call of Duty has to do to be fun again is to get rid of skill-based matchmaking, because all that does, like, the people like me that have bad internet connections, we just get screwed over even more because it doesn't, like, in the past, every Call of Duty that has never had that, it's been fine, even with my poopy internet. Because, it makes matches based on your connection, so it tries to get you the best connection possible. Like, obviously, I'm still playing on 50 ping or higher. So, like, 50 ping is the best ping I ever get in Call of Duty ever. Like, that's a perfect, like, the game gave me host advantage or whatever bullshit. But I like how every year for the past how many years they've been saying, oh yeah, we got dedicated servers this year. Like, they've been saying that since Modern Warfare 3. Not once has it actually occurred. Oh, I thought, okay. Yeah, he's gonna ask me, oh, you got frozen. That's tough, Petrie, ain't it? Lose some weight. Fat ass. Alright. Yeah, see, this setup is way better. Like, it outputs so much more damage than the, using the Comet. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know I just stood there and looked at it. Easy work. Light work. position right here so we can get, I don't know how, because I put the perks on where we get our long range damage bonus for Technomancer 6 meters closer than default, but the game never, there's like nothing where you can go in and test it, or also nothing that, like you should have a test area where it comes up and it'll show you like a red square of how far, the range for it is. Bro, are you gonna stop targeting only me? Jesus Christ. Lose some fucking weight, fat ass. God damn. And look at this fat fuck. Oh, he's still dead too, that's tough. Eat some more chili next time, boy. Maybe you'll be able to do a little bit of the actual killing. And, okay, I'll just revive. That is bullshit. I didn't see the stupid thing on the ground, because the dumbasses that made this game don't know how to make the shit so you can fucking see it. It took away my ability. It's supposed to give you your shit back after you get up. That's, like, I shouldn't have died there. That's 100% the developer's fault for making that blue and making it very hard to see on the ground. I couldn't see it. Like, I don't know why they just didn't make it red like everything else in the game on the ground. You know what I mean? Like, all the other enemy attacks have the red circles and stuff, but this one has blue, and then it stays on the ground a little bit afterward. And it's like, Jesus, how am I supposed to fucking see that, you know? Like, when he does that attack, it's fine, but after that attack, like when it stays on the ground, you see that? How are you supposed to see that in the heat of combat? Like, I had no clue that that was there. Whatever. I shouldn't have died there. The developer should be beat to death with a pistol grip. I'm not gonna lie. Just for that.
I can send my people back in.
What will you use the metal for?
I mean, we still got gold, so it don't fucking matter.
I've got enough munitions to kill everything on this planet 3 times over. I've been thinking people are ready to start doing real.
But see, that's one of the instances where you can still get cheesed, even if your setup is good. But, like that right there is an instance of just the game having very poor quality of life in some spots. Like, imagine if you were colorblind. You know how hard that would be to see? Does the game even have colorblind options? I don't even know. I mean, I doubt that will change that, the color of that, but... Like, just imagine if... Oh man, that'd be some bullshit. Like, imagine if fucking Tyler Finks from, well, used to be a WRTP, played that part, and he'd be like, I can't see this bullshit! What the hell going on? I'm colorblind! Oh man. But... I wonder, I should check that. See, I mean, I doubt it. But, like, if you could turn it, like, bright purple, maybe, that'd be a little easier to see. Especially in that part, because there's water everywhere, and it's blending with, like, damn! I mean, I know they didn't join till the obelisk part, but look at that damage difference. 65 million? Nearest dude's got 7.5 almost. Like... That's like I got 9 kills, I'm dead. you, like, I know you're a tank character, but you weren't really tanky either. So it's like, what's going on over there, my guy? What's going on over there? What's going on? Alright. Alright, so in theory, I think we have enough to upgrade that one thing now, so. Because all we need to upgrade is this and that, so. Do I have enough for this? Yes, okay, so I'll just, upgrade that to max. Now we just gotta upgrade this twice. How much do we need? Like 365, alright. I know there's like a method where you can turn drop pod resources into scrap and then turn that into titanium, but I'm not gonna waste my time with that. Restores their human. What the fuck? I don't even know how to use any of those. Oh. Okay. What's right on the D-pad then? Nothing? Alright. Alright, well, whatever, I'll just leave that in there. Okay. What was I gonna look at? I don't know. Oh yeah, I was gonna, because I never customized any of this on this character. I did it on our one that's still wiped, and they still haven't fixed anything, because, yeah. Like, how is that, like, some of the, like, the colors for this are not, I'm pretty sure I made it green. Because, like, none of the other colors really looked nice, if I'm gonna be real with you. Like, the red is not bright enough. Like, it's way bright on this square, but over on the actual thing, that's actually not bad. I'm not gonna lie. But I think the black is probably the way to go, though. You got that, that, that. Did it activate or no? Wheel cup. Like, I don't know why this doesn't appear anywhere in the game except single player. So I don't know why they bother with that. Like for this, it appears out in the wild a little bit, but that actually looks kind of cool. But that's actually way better, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like raggediness. Like what kind of... I don't know. I did not mean to click that yet. Alright. But yeah, like none of these... What was the one? We had this one on, I think. Yeah. And then we had it like orange and... Yeah. That's how we had it. And the sigil is not really... Like... These are so small and finely detailed that you can't... It doesn't really... do, if you ask me, but... like, that doesn't really... I don't know how to stick with that, I guess. Like, emotes, let's see what's, what is this? What's that? Monarch, okay, you know. Oh yeah, there was somebody like, oh yeah, does anybody have that yet? Like, I don't know what accolade level that is, but... okay. Confirm. Heavyweight. Confirm. I'll just put these on. Idiot's jig. Nice. Show off. Is he dappy? Psych. But like, what? Why do they come up with these fucking things? I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, I like that one. Alright. Alright. Let's, let me test this right quick. I guess that's actually not bad. Like, the animation for that is pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie to you. But it is what it is. Like, what is with this game? Like, you back out like that and it doesn't just let you hit that right away. But because those people did not output good damage, not gonna lie to you. Alright, so we want to get our second... Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to do this. I never even use it though. Like, I don't even know if it'll deal good damage or not. I mean, I put the shield thing onto the shotgun as well, to boost its damage, so I don't know if that boosts that damage of that though. So. I don't know. I guess I'll try it right here on a first pack of enemies that comes out. Alright. Okay, so it actually does kill them. Okay. By 5%. I mean, obviously that's the... I know I shouldn't be running in here. I'm probably gonna, like, die right here. Sorry. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I forgot. Oh, no, never mind. That's terrible. I forgot it takes away your, bladed rounds when you do that. Switch weapons. I totally... So that's basically useless for this character. Why does it seem like I was doing the same exact damage? Like, does bladed rounds even do anything? Like, real talk. It seems like I was doing the same damage there. Yeah, we're screwing this one up already. Very badly. Not gonna lie to you. Yeah, I totally forgot about that though. Like, really? And whatever, we just died because we fucked up the bladed round bullshit. I don't want to fucking, who cares? Alright, let's actually play the game now. Alright. But yeah, I forgot that when you switch off of the weapon, bladed rounds goes. Forgot about that. Alright, now let's actually just play the game. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know why I forgot that that happens. Personally, I don't think it should, but that would actually make the game a little... I see, they need to take that animation out where it's like glitches and spasms behind you like that. Like, that needs taken out the game. It was just a very, very lazy, poor animation. There we go. I see, I don't know, sometimes it feels like bladed rounds is really crazy, and other times it feels like it does nothing. So I really don't know. So I'm trying to back up over this way, but... I see, why didn't that not... Whatever, I'm not gonna ask. Like, what do you want me to do? I can't... okay, was that blue stuff on the ground there? Or what? Because I couldn't see it. This is just getting boring now. It's just the developer's fault. Twice in a row. Well, the first time it was kind of my fault, but that second time there, I don't know if the blue stuff was on the ground or not, because I couldn't see it. So, I don't know. And when you use this ability, you're supposed to... It says right on the card that it dashes through enemies, but a lot of the time that doesn't work. Like, you should literally be able to phase through any enemy, including every single boss enemy in the game. And you should literally just go right through them and end up on the other side, but I don't know. I guess, like, I need to actually target, like, these ones over here first. Lying there was... But see, then you get kind of bamboozled because they all just launch at you and bullshit. Like that. You can't even fucking see. There's that red thing on the ground. See, wasn't it stay red after? Like, how big is the... They need to shrink that to actually play the game. So, I don't know. Actually, that's how easy that should be when you don't get... Well, part of it was me backing up into the corner, but the other part is not being able to see it on the ground. And they've been told that by like 1,000 different people, and they still haven't changed it, so I'm pretty sure they just don't know how to go in and edit the colors of anything. Let's just be honest. Because the developers of this game, they can't even fix a login glitch over almost a month after the game came out. So, if you ask me, I'm pretty sure they just don't know how to, develop anything at all. And I hate when these little ones, they'll like run at you and then they'll like circle around and not attack. Like that animation should be taken out the game if you ask me, but that's just my personal opinion. And that was weird. It like glitched out and didn't give me my ammo back for killing them until like, I don't even know how much later. Okay, this guy's playing Trickster and he has like a faggot name, so he should have a good build maybe. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I would highly recommend using Fortress over any other damage dealing thing, because it's guaranteed damage and there's no like wait, and even if you have a thing that attacks every 1 second, the game doesn't keep track of that correctly, so it only really goes off every like 3 seconds when it's supposed to be every one. If that guy's mad, I guess. I don't know. I thought he was taking care of that, so I was kind of like, oh, okay. Because the Tricksters are the class in the game that are supposed to target like the boss enemies. Technomancer is supposed to clear out ads. The obviously Devastator is supposed to tank and take aggro, while like the Trickster DPS is on the everything, or the boss enemies. And then the Pyromancer is kind of just there to just kind of be there. It doesn't really have a goal, I guess. Well, it's supposed to be a debuffer, meaning that it's supposed to just be putting fire onto everything and making everything weak for the other players. So in theory, you would want to have a Technomancer, a Pyromancer, and then a Trickster. So you could take out the boss enemies right quick, take care of the ads right quick, and then take care of the, buff or debuff everything. So those two can do their job even better. What the heck? Why are they going over that way? I know that guy's up there, but maybe he knows like a aggro glitch that I don't. Where if you go up there and somebody's in the circle, it's kind of like, oh, that's free. But I don't know. That was way quicker than the previous one, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, Marshland Caverns is definitely my favorite one, because it's way shorter than that stupid other monster one. It has like way too many areas. And this one only has really, well, technically like 2 areas where you can get cheese in any area in this game, but like the main cheese areas are the first area, and then the part after this part when the brood mother comes out along with the other boss. Those are the only real parts you can get like crazy. Well, you can get cheese because guess what? It's the parts with the brood mother enemies, because their blue attacks don't show up half the time, and they're very hard to see. That guy, he's a Trickster, and he's doing very, very terrible damage, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I wonder what, see, they need to let you look at people's builds. I mean, I don't care, I wouldn't like pick anybody, because I can just carry pretty much most of the time. But, it's more fun to do that. But, you need to be able to like look at people's, maybe not necessarily their perk setup, or like their class perk setup or whatever, like their perk tree, but you should at least be able to see what weapons they have on. Because I want to see if they're smart enough to have like an actual good setup, and it's just like they're kind of just trying to get by to tier 15 right quick. But I don't know. But yeah, would definitely recommend using this setup, like the killing, or I can't remember the name of the other perk I have on this, along with the shield one, that ups your damage based on your, well, it's only a maximum of extra 45%, but it's still really good. Like, if you can melt bosses when there's more than one person in the lobby, yeah, that's a very good sign that the build is going to be good. That guy was actually doing crazy damage over there to the boom level. Maybe he has a burst damage setup, or he just randomly will do massive bursts of damage. Accolade complete, gold, flawless victory. I suppose that means getting through it without at least one teammate and nobody dies. Or goes down, I guess. That's probably what that is.
I've been thinking people are ready to start doing real business. They're desperate for some official coinage.
Silver flawless victory. Ooh! Ooh! Not gonna ever fucking use that. Oh, the juggler though. Man, that guy got two. Oh, I guess it get. Okay, so does it give like everybody the same drops? Like me and him both got 2 legendaries, but they were different legendaries. I assume that's probably what it is. But yeah, Pinvide, fucking 10 times your damage. My guy has tough fainted. But like scrap gear, this is one of the ones you can buy from that guy, but. You might as well get rid of that for the perk, and then radiation splash. But I'm never going to use any of that, my guy. I'm sorry, but I checked there just to see if there's any, because there could be like a better purple. But let's go over here. Teamwork. Yeah, see. Love thyself. I'm actually going to put that on and see what it is, because it's kind of like a, I don't know. Alright, a sign. Put it there, alright. Let me, oop, wrong way. Let me, I mean, that's actually not bad. I'm curious. I don't know what the hell that was, but okay. But yeah, I'm not gonna, because if you're playing with other people like that, you might as well just back out and then join back in. Unless it's, you know, somebody that you actually know and you're partying up with. Because at the end of the day, after the mission, they're probably going to be upgrading stuff and doing that, and then you have to wait for them. And you also have to keep entering and leaving the drops in order to get, well, it gave us the one we want twice in a row, but usually that doesn't happen. Yeah, most legendaries I've seen somebody get at once, like on video, is 4. Somebody on Reddit was saying they got 5 once, but they didn't post a video, so I don't know. Like, I don't really pay attention to the Outriders Reddit that much. But it was on there. It's either all it is people like sucking the game off, and then if you say anything negative, they thumbs down your comment a lot. So, I don't know. I guess the strat is to like run over and kill these ones real quick. I can't see. There's a bunch of little ones there, I guess. I didn't even notice. Yeah, it's very obnoxious on this part. This is probably the part that has the highest potential of you getting fused. There's a bunch of AIDS enemies, and like, even if right there I wasn't even in the blue part, and there's still. You can definitely tell the difference in damage when there's more people in it, though, especially against the boss enemies. Like, see how fast I melted. We still melted the brood mothers when playing with 3 people, but I mean,
Now I know what chewed up Corgan's miners.
clearly by yourself, the damage is way. Well, I guess the health of the enemies is lower. But. Alright. But see, this room's actually super quick. Unlike the rooms in all the, Okay, did I do that too early? Usually that one on the left comes up, like, way before. So, I don't know. And he's back up right here, and then bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, Marshland Caverns is definitely the best one in the game. Well, that I've played. Obviously, I haven't done, like, any of the ones that require you to spend pod resources to do them. And I obviously haven't done the tier 15 one, because I haven't even unlocked it yet. I was like one tier away from unlocking it on my character before I got gear wiped. And then, I still haven't fixed that, so. Yeah, that character, I was thinking of moving the LMG from that character to this one. It's not a legendary, but I don't know. And this is about the part where people join, if they do, but who knows. But you gotta check it too, because sometimes, because I have it set to auto close, but if you just like log out to the screen, or the character screen, not the actual press X screen, it doesn't activate the change for your settings. So. Yeah, probably not going to play any of the other classes anymore, if I'm going to be honest with you, because they're not really that interesting, if I'm going to be honest. Especially while leveling, because it's like, with Technomancer, well, part of it is because I'm used to playing as Technomancer, and while I was leveling it, I literally never once had to lower the world tier for the Technomancer. The only time I lowered it was for the final boss, just because I was annoyed and I wanted to just get past it right quick, because I heard that you don't get a reward from the final boss in this game. So I was like, oh, well, why would I waste my time beating it on world tier 15 when I could just set it on world tier 1 and get the same reward? Because I already had every world tier unlocked and I was already level 30, so it's like, there's no reason to waste my time beating it. It's like, oh yeah, I beat the final boss on world tier 15. Everybody else is like, oh yeah, well, I mean, that's really easy. Because Technomancer is definitely the best solo class, because you get health back so easy. But the other classes are just obnoxious, because you end up just dying because you used to playing as Technomancer and getting health back at a good pace. And not having to kill things just to get health back. And not having any heal ability. Okay, well, like, see right there was one of the damage glitches where you just randomly start taking more damage for no reason. But I pushed freeze way before I got hit there. It should have activated, but... Alright, let me move over back to here. Okay, nice damage glitch. Like, Jesus Christ. The only reason I died there, like, I got hit by one tiny normal enemy, and I instantly went from full health to 0. Like, the fuck is that glitch? Like, Jesus Christ, dude. And the people that made, I'm sure the dumbasses that made this game probably put that shit like that in on purpose to artificially up the difficulty. They're like, you died, and it's like, no, technically I shouldn't have, because I literally just got hit one time by the smallest fodder enemy in the game. So I should not have died there, but we can pretend if that makes the developers feel better about their game, I guess. But I don't know, it don't fucking matter. Like, the people that made this game are like fucking brain dead retards. They haven't fixed a single goddamn glitch yet. But
I'll be damned. That's a pod.
like, the entire Reddit for the game is filled with people exposing all the basically game-breaking glitches, and they still don't fix anything. Like, most of the perks in the game literally don't work. But, yeah, they're not doing anything about that, are they? They'll nerf stuff, though, right? They'll nerf, basically, anything that's fun, but when it comes to fixing things that actually literally don't work. It is what it is, though. It's like, yeah, I shouldn't have died there, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Like, if that other person hadn't joined, though, I would have had to re-fucking start. And I probably would have turned the game off, low-key. Like, see, I just got hit by a full-on launch attack from a way stronger enemy. And it took off less than half my health bar. But then I got tapped once by the smallest, weakest fodder enemy in the game. And it killed me in one hit right there. Like, that makes no sense. But half the stuff in this game doesn't make sense, though, so it's like, oh, well. Why would I be shocked? You should be like, oh, yeah, I'm not shocked at all that I died like that, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I could revive that guy, but then, see, the game just ate my sprint input, my character stopped sprinting for no fucking reason. But, I don't know what that means, Martin. I don't speak Spanish, but, I hope you're doing well today on this fine Monday. But, yeah, whatever. Out of all the characters, the Technomancer is the squishiest anyway, so it's like, oh, well. Like, that guy went down as well, so it's just like, it is what it is. But yeah, I do not know what Shiramna Mexicano means. But alright, that guy's charging over that way, I guess. What am I getting? Oh. See, why do those little fag ones, like, do way more fucking damage than even the boss enemies? Like, I don't have the perk on to take less damage from elites anymore, so... At least I don't think I do. Pretty sure I do not. The only anti-damage perk I have on now is the one that gives me more armor and more, whatever else. But, I don't know. Whatever, who cares? Gold.
Corrigan, area's clear.
Well done,
But yeah, I'll check and see. Because I'm pretty sure I took that perk off because it's not... Because most of the times when you die, it's from getting swarmed by the little fucking bullshit enemies that suddenly do way more damage than they're supposed to for no reason.
People are ready to start doing real business. They're desperate for some official coinage, preferably the kind with my
It is what it is.
Nothing changes, does it?
I don't know. I know you don't have to actually wait for the loot to come out, but it's more fun. But, like, no, they need to fix this though. Like, you think something like this where all you gotta do is turn it so the loot falls out this way instead of that way? Like, how do they not, like, Seriously, how do the developers not do that yet? Like, that takes 10 seconds. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. But who knows? Yeah, I don't get why people do that. Like, they speak Spanish and they go into something like a video with a English title and then they type in Spanish. Like, how brain dead are you, dude? But like, it doesn't matter if you can type in. What the heck is that? I don't know. But who knows? Alright. See, I checked these right quick just in case there's like a purple to level up that is better, but the chances of that are very, very low. Okay, let's see. Do we got enough to upgrade that? Alright, let's see. Alright, we gotta level this up one more time, and then we'll do the next difficulty to unlock tier 11. But yeah, I would even just, I guess I didn't show the build yet, because I changed it up just a little bit. I mean, I already showed it, but because this, I took off the Comet and put on Fortress, because Fortress, I found out, is like way better. And I also, well, I mean, I didn't have Fortress. I like just got it, and I looked it up to see how good it was. People were like, "Yeah, it's one of the best things in the game." I'm like, I bet. But unfortunately, I don't know, because this has a firepower rank of 3, but you won't really know till 50 to see how good it really is. But and here we got Sharp Eye and Radical Therapy. So and they're to the bone. See, Dum Dum Bullets. I might trade that out, but and Bloodlust for more damage. And then here, Captain Hunter, and then there's the damage absorber thing I was talking about. See, I don't have the thing that makes you take 25% less damage from elites on, so I don't know what was going on there with that damage. It's just the game glitching out, I guess. But yeah, see, Dum Dum Bullets I might replace, and I would like to get the Plague Sower gloves, but you have to get those from expeditions, so it's kind of just like RNG whether you get it, because you can't get it from the Monster Hunt missions, because only 3 parts of each set are available from those. And I could, I could use the Plague Sower boots from that, but neither of the perks on it are good, so I would be out a perk at the end of the day. But and there's the setup for that. It didn't change it. Well, I guess from like originally, I changed out and I have both nitrogen capsules in order to get the 15% long range. Well, see, that just increases, huh? I don't really know. But that calls it sniper weapons, not long range. So, I don't know. I assume, because I saw it in several builds, so I assume that it actually does. Because there's nothing that calls something long range weapons. But yeah, that's the setup right here. So. That's that. But, why this person joined, dude? Like, sorry, but, because I'm not going to deal with everybody having to accept me going in and exiting out of the stuff when it doesn't give me marshland caverns, so. Yeah, was it 3:30? Alright. See, time flies in this game when your character's actually not dog shit. But I probably could just do 46 right now. just to unlock the next one, but I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter much. And I would rather just have everything, you know, up to par so I don't fall behind even more. Because that's how you get caught up in this game. You know what I mean? Or like you're like, oh yeah, I'll just unlock the next one and then work on that weapon, and then you end up upgrading your gear. I mean, like your armor first, and it's just like you kind of get caught with your pants down. Like, see how much higher my damage is when there's nobody else. But see, I don't want to get caught. Because that's, right here's the part where you can kind of get cheesed. If you let yourself get swarmed a little too much, or get hit by some bullshit like that. Or you get hit by whatever that was. I see, we literally killed the brood ones like literally just as fast as the smaller elite ones, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I highly recommend Fortress, dude. Like that, if you can get your hands on it. Apparently, the shotgun that you have to dismantle to get it is really hard to get. But I mean, all I did, like, you can just do all 10 assassination missions on tier 1. Because all you do, you just want the gun to dismantle it for the perk, so you're never going to have to waste stuff upgrading it. So that's what you should just do. Is run through those super quick on tier 1 until you get it. Because that's, I mean, I wasn't specifically going for that. Jesus Christ, dude, like, the ragdoll effects in this game need taken out. I'm not gonna lie to you. But, like, see right there, the game's desperately trying to cheese, like, super hard. Like, the developers are, like, watching and like, oh my goodness, this guy's so good at the game, we gotta bullshit him, hurry up. But, like, I'm sorry I found out how to break your game, low-key. But yeah, that's how you can get the Fortress mod, like, super, well, not necessarily super quick, but you just slap it on World Tier 1, keep running through the assassinations, and the gun that has it is in the pool for it, so all you gotta do is keep doing that till you get it. Or you could do expeditions, I mean. But the chances of getting it in expeditions are way lower, because with the assassination missions, the only drops are a certain amount of the legendary weapons in the game. But in expeditions, it's every legendary in the game could drop at any time, so if you just do the assassinations, well, if you turn in all 10, the chances are way higher. The legendary, well, it takes like 25 to 30 minutes to run through all 10 of them, though, even on World Tier 1. Unless you're like super optimizing your route. It might take a little less, but I don't know. Well, we're waiting. It's kind of crazy how like the little ones literally do more damage than the big ones. I mean, it's literally a glitch, but at least I would hope it's a glitch. I mean, it kind of would make sense because they're super easy to kill, so they should, like, you know, glass cannon, high damage, low health. I'm sure if you ask the developers why it's like that, or glitches out like that, they'd be like, oh yeah, it's on purpose. Like, oh yeah, I'm sure it is, buddy. I'm sure it's just not your developer's absolute incompetence, considering all the other glitches in the game. But what's up, Wings of Advice? I hope you're doing well today. We're just out here chilling. We found a good build. So, okay, well, you can get cheese, and it's not letting me move when I'm spamming the dodge button. So, other than that, the build's good. Well, yeah, I hope you're doing well, and I hope your day's been filled with some chili and some Pepsi and whatever else. I don't know. Alright. But, yeah, not much going on today. Just kind of playing this for a little bit. Not really many PS5 games coming out that I'm interested in, besides this one, so. I don't know about y'all, but I'm interested in the new Ratchet and Clank, but, yeah, I'm not gonna pay day one $70 for that, I'm not gonna lie, because there's no way in hell that game is gonna be worth $70. Not even close. Because if you take the 2016 one, for example, like, maybe this new one will have more content than that one, but it's not gonna be enough where it's gonna be worth 70.
That's a pod.
So.
And there's a lot of monsters.
Like, the 2016 one was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie. Was it $70? Fun? No. 60? I mean, it was close. It was close to one of the few $60 games that are actually worth it. But I mean, this game was only 60. I would say this game is definitely worth the 60 bones if you like this type of game. But. Or you could be like Big Fry and fucking be like, oh, it's just another generic looter shooter, and then he goes and plays another generic Rainbow Six clone for the billionth time in a row, like, and puts up his video with the clickbait title, like, this game, this new alpha or beta game is garbage, or is it good? Like, bruh, just, chill, you know? Nobody gives a fuck about your, like, $20 budget Rainbow Six Siege clone attempt. I don't know. You know what's crazy? Big Fry fucking kind of sucks at games too, I'm not gonna lie, but. Like, he's not, the worst I've ever seen, but. Yeah, like. It's to the point where, like, should I really be taking this guy's opinion serious? Or is it kind of just a joke? Yeah, I'm probably not going to stream that much longer right now, so I just felt like getting on right quick for a little bit. If you've been going for 80 minutes, I mean, that's actually not bad. But I don't know, though. You gotta wait for this. Like, see? You see right there how I timed it, and then I didn't get hit? That's exactly how that's supposed to go when I use that special dodge. I realize I shouldn't have just only targeted the brood mother there, but... Yeah, you're trying to tease with your bullshit that I can't fucking see. I'm buying anybody that says I got him. Easy work, alright. But, yeah.
Well done, Outrider.
But this game is kind of
What will you use
dependent on what kind of games you like.
I've got enough munitions to kill everything.
And for a lot of people, though, this game's a little too...
I've been thinking people are ready to start
I'm not advanced, but...
They're desperate for some official coinage.
It's one of the games... It's kind of like Path of Exile. If you don't know how to make your character, you're gonna get absolutely dumped on at the end game. But, I mean, obviously, this game doesn't compare to Path of Exile in that respect, but... I mean, in this game, it's pretty easy to figure it out. Well, see, I say that, but then you gotta realize that your average person is a dumbass that can't figure anything out unless they're told, so... Because your average person is an NPC who can't... literally, physically cannot think for themselves, so... It's like, oh, well. You gotta put yourself in a little perspective, you know? Like, you gotta pretend for a second you're that Hassan streamer that apparently is a pedophile or something. Or at least, I don't know. I heard there were a bunch of people in different comment sections that were talking about that guy. I don't pay enough attention to care because he's just another brain dead idiot that would never actually debate anybody with intelligence, you know what I mean? Like, he'd be like, oh yeah, I wanted to debate Ben Shapiro or some dumbass like that. Like, he would never actually talk to somebody like Tom Woods or Larkin Rose or anybody that's actually not a dumbass, but it is what it is. I mean, everybody has their niche, or they pretend they're like super intelligent and destroy people when in reality they have like an IQ of like 95, but it is what it is. Like, people make whole YouTube channels like roasting like Ben Shapiro or like whoever. And it's like, well, the guy's, I mean, Ben Shapiro's a dumb retard anyway, so. I mean, IQ-wise, I don't know. Ben Shapiro probably has, what, an IQ, I don't know, maybe 115 to 120. I would estimate, maybe. I mean, I don't know for sure, though. Who knows? But, it is what it is. I mean, besides, probably people like The Amazing Atheist make videos against, like, the most dumbest, like, retard stuff. Like, woman says, I don't know. I don't know, I haven't even followed that guy since, like, 2012. But, oh, yeah, apparently, was it MD Pope, or, I don't remember which, because I watch the Cold Raven videos on all that stuff that he's been putting out. If you haven't followed Cold Raven's second channel called Cold Raven Nest, I highly recommend it because he covers all kinds of, well, he's been recently covering different like disturbing movies slash mixtapes. It's actually kind of interesting because he puts kind of a funny comedic tone on it. He's not like the people that just sit there staring at the camera and they're like, oh my goodness, this is the craziest thing ever. And he's just like, and then the dude sits on the jar and it breaks in his ass. Like, what the fuck? He's just sitting there like, or he like what was the one in the most recent one? I can't remember the exact line, but he was like, something, something, just like your mother. And I was like, what the hell? That's exactly how you should review stuff like that. You got to put a little funny tone on it, because that'll actually get people to view it. If you're just sitting there like, yeah, this happened and that, and it's like, oh, well, that's not going to get people to watch reviews of stuff like that. I mean, people will probably still watch it just out of curiosity. But yeah, I definitely recommend Cold Raven's Nest. He deserves a lot more viewers. And I mean, he just started out like a few months ago doing that kind of stuff, so because he was inspired by the Wendigoon disturbing movie thing. He's like, oh yeah, I'm actually going to just watch and review everything in the bottom tier. I'm like, oh, okay, have fun with that, because he watches them like 4 or 5 times so we can get like the best review for him. And it's like, that's some low-key dedication. Most people would not watch those that many times to review it, I'm not gonna lie. He's like, I gotta watch it first time to kind of see what it is, then the second time to do this, and then the third time to get everything right, and the fourth time to refresh before I do the review. And it's like, damn. Because some of those mixtapes are like fucking 4 hours long. He's watching fucking 4 times? Yeah, I'm good. Especially since there's no way in hell he could monetize anything like that. Like, that's why he has a Patreon. He definitely deserves a lot of views and Patreon members. I mean, I'm not a Patreon member. But he has like exclusive Patreon stuff where he reviews whatever stuff more in depth, I guess. I don't know exactly. Like stuff where he can't actually review it on YouTube, I guess. I'm not exactly sure. He doesn't really go into depth when he talks about his Patreon, but yeah, see, there was only one. Wait, never mind. Wait, yeah. Am I bugging, or is there sometimes 2 brood mothers at that part, and there was only one that time? I don't know. Maybe there was two and I just killed it so quick I wasn't watching, but I'm sure the game just makes up crap, you know, like that. Like, oh yeah, there's two this time to try and bullshit you. Like, oh, okay. But, yeah, crawlers are definitely one of the most aged enemies in the game. You want to freeze those and get rid of them ASAP. 100%. Or, like, I was trying to watch for that to spawn in. Oh yeah, you can just ragdoll me instantly, right? Yeah, you're dead. That's tough, ain't it? Get a bigger health pool. Alright. But, yeah, I would highly recommend. I know I keep saying that like every stream. Cold Ravens and that channel. Definitely. I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff. I mean, I've never really put up much in the way of like disturbing movie reviews or anything, but I mean, if you've seen my movie collection, there are a few in there. Like, obviously, I don't have any of the mixtapes because I'm not, you know, into having the actual mixtape on DVD and whatever. Like, that's kind of cringe if I'm gonna be honest with you. And people are like, oh yeah, I watched all of them. Like the people, even Cold Raven makes fun of the people that like brag about it, like, oh yeah, I saw that video, I watched the whole thing. It's like, okay, that just makes you but but yeah, it is kind of interesting just to, you know, listen to his comedic review of it and be like, oh yeah, this and that, and because the way he talks about it, he makes it come across like not as bad as it actually is, because it's actually, you know, just showing like the reality of humanity and stuff with mixtapes like that. So. But yeah, I put I think, oh, did I put his most recent in my, because I have a disturbing movie YouTube video playlist. I think, I'm pretty sure I put his newest one in there. Because he covered, what was the newest one he did? I can't remember. Because he did Porn Gore Volume 2, but he did, oh wait, no, he just did, I can't remember what it was, but he just did like the preview thing, because he does like preview videos. Oh yeah, it was the Ogrish 6-volume mixtape thing. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Because he's like, oh yeah, he just like goes over like what it consists of, kind of. Or and he shows like the blurred out version of like the covers and stuff. And for this one, he actually apparently posted the actual things on Reddit, like the covers. But like, yeah, those are like the quick overview ones that aren't like his actual long, drawn out full review. We're just like, yeah, here's this is like what it says on the front and the back of the cover, and this and that and that and this. They'll be like, yeah, and then we'll be reviewing that. Like I was saying, he spends a lot of time like rewatching them like 4 times each. So, and there's literally 6 volumes in it, and I don't remember how long he said each one is, but I think he said like 4 hours for each one. So it's like 24 hours for all 6, and then he's gonna watch them 4 times each. Yeah, gee. It's like I commented on the video saying like, yeah, this is like about to spend an entire month just watching all 6 of them in order to do the review. Like, damn. Yeah, because he's like the only really YouTube channel I've come across that actually reviews them, you know, in depth and actually talks, like, because with Wendigoon, he kind of just like, oh yeah, he kind of pussyfooted around it because he didn't actually watch any of them and he didn't want to get demonetized. And Cold Raven's like, yeah, that's some
That's a pod, and there's a lot of money.
bullshit. Let's actually make a real review. I mean, I did have came across like a few others. Like, there's this one guy I followed. He hasn't posted on YouTube in like since 2019 at this point. But he had like a review of Fubar, and a couple other things, and he had like an interesting disturbing movie collection, but that video was from like 2011 though, so it didn't have a lot of the more recent stuff, but it was kind of like pretty interesting. There's most people that review the stuff like that, they're like, oh my goodness, and then they don't really talk about it, and it's kind of like, did you really watch it or not? Because I don't know. It kind of sounds like you didn't. So. As Wendigoons is kind of like the bare bones extreme entry video, like the entry video to end all entry videos, where it's like so basic and barely talks about anything in any manner that would be deemed disturbing at all. That it like gets people to click on it. Like the type of people that would, they just like watching people talk about it and not seeing clips or anything. Like the type of people that won't even watch like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They'd be like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. That's too crazy for me, my guy. But there's the people, because I was trying to look up to see how much my Serbian film copy is, because I have like the cardboard one, and apparently, like from gathering from different resources, I found out that there were only 1,000 of those made, and it's one of the few actual uncut instances, because apparently, like a lot of these Serbian films, like Blu-ray and DVD releases, cut out parts of it when they say they don't, and they say it's the actual uncut when it's actually the cut version. That was according to a lot of the reviews I looked at on some of the websites and stuff.
Oregon, area's clear.
But,
Well done, Outrider.
yeah, so apparently, well, because
What will you use?
I found out from Moods616, he doesn't really post that much on YouTube anymore. But I found out from him that was rare, and then I did a little more research on it and found out like, oh yeah, it's actually, well, I don't know how much it's actually worth, because there weren't any like on eBay or Amazon or anything. Like you can go on Amazon and see the old listing for it, but it's obviously not purchasable anymore. Because it was $60 back when it was on Amazon. I mean, I got it for $30, like when it was originally, like the original run in, was it 2013? I think when they did that original run of that. I'm not sure. Let me just kind of double check this right quick, just in case. Yeah, that's a, like it would have to be a very, very specific drop in order for me to. I think we might have to do one more. I'm not sure. But yeah, Wendigoon is like the pussyfoot entry level stuff, but yeah. Not that his videos are bad. I mean, I still enjoyed the disturbing movie Iceberg that he did or covered. I'm not gonna lie, but like you can obviously tell that he's not the type of person that has watched anything on the entire Iceberg at all. But it is what it is. It is kind of stupid though. Like whoever made the Iceberg, you shouldn't call it disturbing movie Iceberg when most of the stuff at the very bottom is just like Ogrish and Live Leak compilations. Like personally, I don't consider any of that to be an actual fucking movie. Like you should just call it disturbing movie / compilation Iceberg. Like at least add in the word compilation. Because I know they try to like come off as being an actual movie, but yeah, nah. Like literally, Madness Combat is more of an actual movie than that bullshit. If y'all know what Madness Combat is or was. I wonder how many parts did they end up making of that. I don't know. Because I kind of stopped watching it when they did the one where at the end there's like the dragon face at the very end. Because after that one came out, the next one didn't come out for a while, and then by the time it came out, I was disinterested. So, but yeah, that's the very last, because I think like that one I was just talking about with the dragon at the end, or whatever it was, that one came out like pretty much right after I was told about them from a friend in elementary school. But I see how fast. What the fuck's going on? I'm trying to keep an eye on those ones coming over from the side, and that's why. I see there are two blue runners at this part, so I don't know what's going on there. If it glitched out, or if I just killed it when so quick or some bullshit. I don't know. Like, see, imagine if they actually got stunned like that every single time. Because that's how the game's supposed to work, but I don't know. Yeah, it's not gonna be like thumbs down because of the edgy EDP meme. I didn't even make that meme, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I stole it, but okay, we're kind of like glitching out there. I know I should have probably stopped using that one and shot at a different one. How did that sucker get back there? Are you magic? You didn't run fast enough that time, Pimp. Can't tease me. Alright. You didn't leap fast enough. You didn't leap fast enough. You didn't leap fast enough. You should leap a little quicker next time, my guy. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I probably could, like, I can't remember the name of the page I got it from, though. But I guess I could, like, give credit to it in the description afterward. But the thing is, though, if you give credit for like a meme and stuff, most of the time the person you're giving credit to isn't the actual first person that made it. So it's like, you know. But plus, it's like so basic and not really like super creative. It's like, multiple people probably came up with the same idea, just tweaked it a little bit, but. Bubba. Alright. I don't know why I said, I know it's smaller, but. Bubba, tell your children not to walk Bubba. Shout out to WRTP, they're the ones who introduced me to that song. Mother by Danzig. By now, low key, I don't know. I thought about doing a music. Well, I thought about doing a music stream today. But see, the thing with the music streams, they get like claimed afterwards, and then they don't appear in any country. Not that it matters, because it's only really relevant while it's being streamed anyway. But I'll probably do another music stream here in the future. Well, I guess technically the last one I did was like top 10 music songs, or music songs, top 10 favorite songs. But see, that video unfortunately got hidden in like every country ever. So it's not like actually, it's up, but it's not up for like anywhere. But, which is unfortunate. But, maybe I'll eventually, well, I don't know if I'll ever do another top 10 songs, but I'm thinking of doing like a top 10 horror movie video or some bullshit like that, but I don't know. Or like a disturbing movie list, but I don't know about that, because that's been done to death since like 2010, to be completely honest. You know, as soon as people heard about a Serbian film, they were like, oh my goodness, and then people were like, oh, we gotta farm some clout off of this. Not that there's anything particularly wrong with that, but there's people. That's funny because there's one video like, Cold Raven is farming clout off of EDP's name, and then the guy was like complaining about clout chasers as if he didn't have Cold Raven and EDP's name in the title. Clout chasing. I mean, the whole video was clout chasing as well, so it's kind of like, you can't really complain about clout chasers, like, at all, to be honest, without you yourself being one. Like, the only way to do it was to not put their name in the title and not tag them in any of the tags or anything, and don't put them in the thumbnail. But that's, I mean, you're still in a way clout chasing just by mentioning their name anyway. But who cares at the end of the day? If people are just gonna be like, oh my goodness, you're clout chasing, and then it's like, well, you're doing that too by saying that, so it cancels out pretty much. Let's be honest. Well, let's be honest, nobody really cares. Like, I don't have, like, clout chasing is the least of my worries. Let's be honest. Like, you should be worried about your dog shit, fucking brain dead content that's, you know, trying to attract the fucking lowest common denominator. But, you know, like, channels like fucking Vsauce and dog shit garbage like that. Or they try to get, like, the dumbass retards to feel like they're smart. And stuff like that. But they will be like, new Vsauce video up, oh my goodness, I gotta watch it. New Hot Ones video, or whatever the fuck they call it. Gotta watch it, because for some reason I care about people shit like that. I don't know. Alright. But yeah, or it's what I was talking about earlier. Those like the super pretentious people that are either Ben Shapiro or hate on him in theory. Like, I mean, not necessarily him himself, but, you know, like other people that do similar bullshit. But
Area's clear.
Well done, Outrider. I can send my people back in.
it was like him,
Use the metal for
like,
weapons.
and people who are either supporters or close to him, I guess, in content,
I've been thinking people
or
are
people
ready
that
to
hate
start
on
doing
people like
real
that.
business.
Like,
They're
you're both
desperate for some
brain
official
dead
coinage,
fucking retards
preferably
anyway.
the kind with my face on it.
That would never actually be able to participate in an actual intellectual conversation. But I saw that, by the way. You know what's crazy? When it comes to legendaries in this game and expeditions, I've not once gotten a legendary armor piece from expeditions. Yeah, it's kind of funny. People like that, they think they're like intellectual when they're actually just a pseudo-intellectual trying to roast another pseudo-intellectual. It's because they have slightly different views. But hey, we got some glovey gloves. Unfortunately, it's torrential downpour gloves, which I don't. Like, grants firepower and anomaly power on skill activation. I mean, that's alright. But, I'm sorry, my guy. That's ass. I know, like. Alright, there we go. But, oh yeah, like, there's a whole slews of communities, you know, like the quote bread tube, like just a whole group of pseudo-intellectuals that base their content off of roasting other pseudo-intellectuals. Like, it's kind of like, okay. And then people, like, I don't know. It's very easy to manipulate dumbass retards, so I'll just be honest. Now that all that is upgraded, now we can actually alright. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about most of the content that you'll find on YouTube. Because there's different sections. There's like the dumbass section. There's the pseudo-intellectual section. Then there's the wannabe intellectual, pseudo-intellectual section, which are the ones I was just talking about, where it's people who them and their followers think they're intelligent, but all they're really doing is making content against other pseudo-intellectuals. I know I keep repeating the same term, but it is what it is. It's basically dumbass retard infighting, but they think they're against each other, which is actually hilarious. But and then there's the actual like quote. Well, I guess maybe there's four, because then there's like the intellectuals, but they're not like trying to come across that way. And then there's like the people like Stefan Molyneux, where like, yeah, he's really smart, but he tries a little too hard. You know? But and then he does, like, obviously nobody's going to have 100% good content. Like, there's always going to be something to nitpick about anybody, no matter how smart they are. But like, I'm sure you could find something about Larkin Rose to nitpick. I mean, what people nitpick about him is that he's totally against, like, slowly moving towards voluntarism instead of just going straight there. But that's the only real nitpick you can come up with about Larkin Rose for the most part. Well, I mean, there is the whole thing where he's like, well, this doesn't have anything to do with this content, but he, like, cheated on his wife or whatever or something. I don't even know the whole story. But, obviously, stuff like that doesn't have anything to do with his actual content, so it's not an actual argument. But yeah. So, I mean, like, somebody like Tom Woods, like, how are you gonna really argue against any of what he's saying? Like, the only way would be to be an emotional little retard and cry, which is what most people on YouTube do when they think they're making intelligent content, but it's really just emotion and absolute pathetic. But it is what it is. I don't know why I keep changing that when I'm just going to back out and search for the one I want anyway. But, yeah, and you're like, oh, well, you don't always make intellectual content either. Like, I'm aware. I never claim to always be making smart content, although I do, so it's not like you can't come at me like, oh, yeah, you're just a dumbass that only makes video game content. Nope. I have a whole entire volunteers playlist you can go look at and actually experience some smart content. So, you can't just be like, oh, yeah, you're just another dumbass. Not that I'm that smart, but. Alright. Like, I'm not out here claiming to be Tom Woods where I fucking understand everything about anything that matters, and it's like, oh. Well, I know, low-key Tom Woods probably doesn't understand UPB like I do, I'm not gonna lie. But. Not that that's a dig against him or anything, but.
Corrigan pushed too far with mining, and his people are dead.
Alrighty. I should probably put it on closed while I'm trying to beat the higher level one right now to unlock the next tier. But, it is what it is. Oh, you thought. Yeah, this is definitely better damage than using the Comet, I can't lie to Yeah, I would highly recommend using this movement, like the, where you can actually dodge like that instead of just rolling. It's actually extremely helpful. Especially when it actually works unless you phase through enemies. Like, obviously, the game glitches out a lot of times. It doesn't work exactly right, but try to get out of that. I need to remember to not go over into that corner at that part because you get screwed over by these things. When you're trying to... I'm spamming dodge and my character's like... Or the game is literally dropping inputs, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's what it is. Get out of that. See, that circle is red, but then when it stays afterward, it's blue, and it's very hard to see. And very annoying. But... Oh, you died to the damage over time. That's tough, ain't it?
Now I know what chewed up Corrigan's miners.
But yeah, we do have some intellectual content over here. Like, obviously, I don't want to spit out that type of content all the time, though, you know? Because I only put out that type of content when I want to, or when I want to, like, destroy some dumbass idiots that claim they want to debate, but they never actually have any argument. Like that dumbass goes, that's like I deleted his comment too. He was like, this is actually objectively more immoral than this other immoral action. I was like, well, you clearly don't. I responded to the comment and said, well, you clearly don't understand objective morals because in objective morality, there's no, obviously, objective way to rank the, quote, level of immorality of an action. You can just tell if an action is immoral, moral, or no, objectively, in the context of debate. Like, and obviously ranking stuff is, subjective. Just like ranking your favorite ice cream flavor. But, then of course, he deleted his comment because I guess he saw my response and realized he was an absolute fucking retard, but... I hearted his comment though, too. Like, I appreciate, like, even if people make an absolute brain-dead comment that is extremely easy to destroy, I do appreciate all the comments, you know? Like the one where the guy was like, you gotta go by the definition says this. And he was like just too stupid to understand what a philosophical discussion is. Like just way too stupid. But I mean, I literally prefaced the video saying if you don't understand why UCD is objective, this video is too advanced for you, and the person right off rip was like, oh, what does it stand for? I don't even know. It's like, bro, did you even watch the video? I mean, he clearly didn't. And if he did, he just was too stupid to understand a single word in it. Because even if you don't understand what it is, you should be able to at least understand the comparison. Because he started talking about crap like, well, yeah, I don't know where he got this from, but he was like, oh, well, now you have to, pick which language is objectively the best. Like, well, what? That makes no fucking, like, that has nothing to do with anything. I mean, obviously, he had no clue how to continue or actually make a fair or relevant point in the debate, so he's kind of just making bullshit up. And he seemed like he couldn't really speak English that well, like he didn't really... Probably wasn't his first language, but... At the end of the day, it is what it is. And unfortunately, I had to end up deleting that comment string, because I caught him in a blatant lie. Because at the beginning I said, do you understand what, like, in the context of debate or in the context of the universe, like, do you understand what both those terms mean? And he said yes, and then clearly after a little discussion, clearly he had no clue what either meant, so I asked him the same thing again. And he said, oh yes, of course, I understand that. And then I asked him to define both of them. And then he just started crying and like, I'm not doing that, but like, and you know, it's an obvious bullshit where somebody doesn't actually fucking know what they're talking about. And they get caught pretending. And you're like, well, I need to explain this to me then. Since you supposedly know what it means. And then he's like, oh, no, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't need to prove that to you that I don't. Like, well, no, you don't need to prove it, but, you look like a dumbass that doesn't fucking know and just got caught lying by not doing it, though. It's like asking somebody, like, do you know what 2 plus 2 is? And they go, oh, yeah, of course, I know what 2 plus 2 is. And then you say, well, what is it? And they go, I'm not telling you what it is. It's like, oh, well, okay. Yeah, it's not obvious that you don't actually know what it is. Don't worry. I believe you that you know that you totally know what it is. It is what it is with that bullshit. Doesn't like oh, crap like that. Like, do you really expect somebody coming from the comment section of a dumbass video to actually come to my smart video and be smart? No, obviously not. But it's like, if you're coming from the comments of a video based solely on emotion and you're coming to mine based solely on logic, like, yeah, okay. I know this isn't some Ben Shapiro bullshit. This is actual fucking in the context of debate logic, not like, oh yeah, Ben Shapiro, faggots, cocks, balls. Yeah, no, that's about as good of an argument Ben Shapiro can make. Unfortunately, that's about as good of an argument as people who don't like Ben Shapiro can make as well. So it's kind of like, oh, he gets a pass. I mean, obviously I'm not 100% talking about Ben Shapiro the whole time here. I'm just like using him as a reference because a lot of people know who he is. Even if you think he's a complete retard. I mean, if you think he's a complete retard, the chances are you are a complete retard as well. Like, I mean, I think he's stupid too, but obviously I'm aware his IQ is probably, like I was saying, somewhere between like 115 and 125. But, obviously IQ doesn't equal, you know, being able to think logically in all instances of debate ever. So, like even people with, like even Gary Kasparov, like what if you have like 190 IQ, he still is emotional when it comes to some stuff. Although like Gary Kasparov is like, from what I know about him, he's a centrist, so he's kind of just like a cringe, like scared to do anything. Kind of like Boogie 2988, if you know who. I mean, you guys probably know who that is more than Gary Kasparov, but oh man, like they go like Boogie 2988, the fence setter, like fence sitting. Well, it depends on the subject as well, but like when it comes to fence sitting, like using that term instead of centrist is more of a, I guess, derogative form, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, most centrists, well, all of them are just brain-dead statists that are like, oh yeah, I'm too scared to have an actual opinion, so but I'm gonna pretend to be better than everybody, even though I'm still a brain-dead statist that wants to control everybody. Like, oh, okay. Because you never, like, if you make a video about, like, anything that has to do with anything like that, you'll never get any actual centrists to respond because they're all scared. And they don't want to actually have an opinion on anything. But
they're desperate for some official coinage, preferably the kind with my face on it.
Why are we getting, like, crazy fucking legendary drops today? It's kind of crazy. Oh, we got the Plague Solar Skull. What the fuck? I haven't seen that actually drop from this, but that's actually kind of crazy. But, oh, so, wait, we have radical therapy here. So, unfortunately, like, the bonus firepower is kind of shitty. But, It's not like that big of a difference. And that starts with radical therapy, though. So we can just put Sharp Eye onto it. I vibe with that. High key. Alright. Alright, so now we actually have the full Plague Sower. I mean, not the full set, but the ability to have the bonus. Look at that, another Death Shield. I'm actually going to put that into the stash. So, because I know it's like the critical Devastator weapon, so I might vibe with it, low-key. Alright, check the pistols, just in case. Alright, so here. Alright, let me see what this is all about. Tool of Destruction. Alright, that's worthless. So here, what does this have? Cooldown reduction. Oh, actually, that's a lie. The bonus firepower is probably about the same because I don't have any upgrades on this. Okay. So I put this on. And now we have the Plague Sower. Upon applying toxic status, gain 5% damage reduction for 5 seconds. Stacks up. See, it doesn't say how many times it stacks up, but when I looked it up, it said, but I don't remember. So, yeah. That's kind of cool. It's actually nice to get the skull because it actually fucking looks pretty cool. Like, they definitely put way more effort into designing the helmets than anything else in the game. If I'm going to keep it 100 with you. So, I mean, that's... Because I can just put Sharp Eye on this. Because since I swapped it up, and now Bloodlust is there. So now we're actually losing absolutely no DPS whatsoever. So I just come over here. Click that. Mod gear. Wait, is it? Oh yeah, Sharp Eye. Because increase the splash effect radius, like the splash boost, that sounds like a waste of time. So let's do that. Now we actually got 3 out of 3 for this. Not bad. I mean, I'll still take the Plague Sower gloves, I'm not going to lie to you, to replace these, but it is what it is. So now actually, I mean, should I just get rid of this bullshit? To get more, I don't know. I'll keep it for now, I guess. I don't know why I exited out of this guy, though. But yeah, I'm probably gonna get off stream here in a moment. Alright, let me raise the tributes on this bad boy right quick. Like, we don't have enough, I'll probably just like get rid of the because if you dismantle something, you put a bunch of these attribute points into, you get all the points you put into it back, so. Alright, let's see. So we want, well, actually, I'm pretty sure all of these already have it maxed. Well, actually, that's a lie, because when you level stuff up, it gives you more, but the only things we've really leveled up are our secondary weapon and the shotgun, which we don't even use. But see, with this, I doubt that, unless you have the weapon out, but, you know, you might as well just hit it up, you know? Alright, that's done. Oh yeah, this, I don't think... Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure that is that. But that's cool. So now we got Plague Sower's skull. Actually, it looks fucking super cool. I'm not going to lie to you, my guy. But, yeah. So now we can actually... I mean, I don't know how relevant the whole set bonus is going to be, though. But, I mean, it's obviously got to help a little bit. Let's see how much. Okay, so that for that. Okay, so current max is 47. Error 47! I remember that back when I actually watched a Boogie 2988. Like, hour 47. Alright, well that's that. So now we can, well we might, low-key, probably not though. Because the purples, yeah, they usually take less, but we don't have enough still. But yeah, so now, I mean, it would be cool to get like, okay, I don't want the Plague Sower boots though, because it's not good. But I mean, like Plague Sower gloves, I guess would be, I'd be cool with that. That's pretty much that. And then down here, because you might like eventually have to get rid of Phantom Dash. Like if I get some crazy boots, then. But it would be nice to get a pair of legendary boots that have damage absorber on them already, or Phantom Dash on them already. I don't know if that exists. They probably, like, one of the two has got to exist, right? So then if we could get Plague Sower's gloves and then boots with one of those two on it, then we'd be good to go. We just level this stuff up to 50. So it's actually nice that we got the mask instead of the gloves, because the mask actually looks way better than the stupid beret. Because unfortunately in this game, the characters, like, appearances and stuff, there's not really many in the game that look decent. But, wait, what's, oh yeah, never mind, I'm stupid. Alright, let's get rid of that, put that in the, I'll keep that in there for now, because it might come into play if I put it on the Devastator, like if I actually do make a Devastator build with this shotgun. Because apparently this is like the best shotgun ever to have for the Devastator. And I just got kind of people who are like on Reddit like, oh my goodness, I can't get the Death Shield, I need it so bad. And then this is the second one I've gotten, as you can see, because I already have the Fortress mod. Because I just dismantled it to put it on my starting or main rifle. Well, the only gun I use. But yeah, I think I'm probably gonna get off now. We've been going for over 2 hours at this point. Like, let me see. We've been going for, yeah, a little over 2 hours. But yeah, I'll show the setup here right quick, a little more in depth before I get off. For the class, we go weapon damage, weapon leech, armor piercing, crit damage. Every time you apply toxic, you apply vulnerable as well, which is basically just more damage. This makes the, oh, unfortunately, I forgot I have it on that. Crap. Well, okay, well, we'll, okay, that's unfortunate. Let me leave party record. I forgot I have it on open. So that guy joined, unfortunately. Well, I won't waste that guy's time like other people do, though. Because people will be like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, sit here and not move. Okay. Yeah, I'll show it right quick before I get off. But yeah, then we got this, which basically just makes the vulnerable effect better. And then decreased damage to be considered long range. We got 2 of those, because you need that to get that 15% bonus. And that's better, because here, you don't really need that to last longer, because you should be melting the enemies super quick anyway. And then the only other thing I was using was blur screen, which at end game blur screen doesn't really help that much, because you're getting health back so quick anyway. And then you got more damage. Enemies afflicted with toxic take more damage, more assault rifle damage, more AR damage, armor piercing, more damage, but you take more damage, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Increased. See, this is actually what goes along with these really well again, because you get the 15% from that. Your base class thing, and then you get another 30%. And then this anomaly power, which I don't really know if it helps blighted rounds like a lot, but other than that, there's not really anything else that's would be relevant. That's close enough. You know, like I could get rid of that and put it in like this, or yeah, it's pretty much like 10% health. That's really only the only thing. Personally, I think this needs to be changed. Like, instead of just this, it should also have your health regen start faster to make it a little more relevant. But yeah, that's that. And then here, this, like, besides bladed rounds, this is kind of preference, personal preference. But because cold snap can get you out of sticky situations, and fixing wave, this is more here when you're playing with other people as well. But because I've seen people also use bladed turret, but it's not really that relevant. Like, it does aggro enemies a little bit, but it's not as crazy as you might think. And then over here, like, these two are just there. Like, Moaning Winds, then I put Fortress on it because Fortress is big pimpin'. And then over here we got Fortress as well, and then Pinball, which I've never even tried Pinball, so I don't even know. Like, unfortunately, this pistol is only rank 1 firepower. Like, both these are rank 3, but so if I get a different pistol in the future, I'll probably, I mean, I never used the pistol, but, you know. And then the piece de resistance, the Amber Vault. You got Killing Spree and Fortress, which is actually dummy crazy. So, then over here, have not tried the set bonus yet, so, because we literally just got, in our previous mission, we just got this piece right here, so. And, luckily it came with Radical Therapy, which we had on our helmet, along with Sharp Eyes, so it worked out really well. And then here you got To the Bone, and then, see, Dum Dum Bullets, in the future I might replace that, but for now, it's just there. Then Bloodlust, like, I'll replace that, I guess, if I get a better, because I know there are definitely some better tier 3 perks out there, but I just don't have any. And then here we got Bloodlust, and then Spare Mag for more damage. And then here, Captain Hunter, Trick Up Sleeve, and then Damage Absorber and Phantom Dash. So I want to increase this. I want the Plague Sower gloves. Then I'll slap, because Plague Sower gloves comes with Trick Up Sleeve. Then I'll just slap Captain Hunter onto that most likely. And then boots, I just want any legendary boots that either come with Damage Absorber or Phantom Dash, and then put the one it doesn't come with on there. So, because Phantom Dash is actually really good. I know you could say, like, oh yeah, you could replace that and get a little more damage, but it is what it is. And then Captain Hunter might eventually get replaced as well. But, yeah. But obviously Dum Dum Bullets is first on the chopping block to get replaced if I come across any good tier 3 stuff. But unfortunately, right before I get off, yeah. Unfortunately, when it comes to crazy tier 3s, yeah. Like, that's irrelevant, that's irrelevant. We already have that. That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant, because it's not damage. That's okay, but it's only on skill activation. And then we have that on already, and then Death's Door is only more armor, but Death's Door, from my experience, literally glitches out and doesn't work. Unless you have the actual hat on that it comes on, like the Lucky Ushanka or whatever it's called. If you have that actual hat, it works, but from my experience, whenever I've put it onto other pieces of equipment, it just literally doesn't activate. So I've tested it several times on different pieces, so I don't know if they're gonna fix that or what, but oh yeah, that's pretty much the build. And then obviously it's not min-maxed or anything. We need some stuff to replace dumb bullets, and then maybe the other one too. But yeah, so our build it's coming together. I mean, we got a piece today, so it wasn't just like, oh yeah, all we did was upgrade stuff. No, we actually got something. So yeah, we only played a few expeditions, and we got like 6 or 7 legendaries today. I mean, all but one of them were terrible, but well, technically, because we got the Death Shield one, technically that might not be a waste of a drop, because I might play Devastator, but because out of all the other, because Pyromancer and Trickster are just DPS, so I don't really want to play another DPS. So I kind of, now that it gave me that gun a second time, I kind of do want to play as the Devastator now, but I don't know. We'll see. That's gonna be all for now, though. But and like if I do that, it probably won't be until you said doo-doo, but it probably won't be until this character is all figured out. So that's gonna be all for now. But appreciate everybody who left a thumbs up or thumbs down. I mean, because whenever you do that, it just puts me farther up in the algorithm, no matter which one you click. So, as Siwu92 would say, nothing gets me harder than a good old thumbs down. But I would like a community as good as Siwu92, so that literally just thumbs down your entire soul. Shout out Warwickle, shout out Martin, even though I have no clue what you said. And shout out Wings of Advice for coming through, pimp. I appreciate you. But, there's actually some decent talk and discussion today, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, be sure to check out Cold Raven's Nest if you're interested. And that's all. Might stream later, I don't know. But because when it comes to streaming, it just kind of depends what content people have put out on YouTube or Twitch. You know what I mean? Because right now, there's not really any CSGO big tournaments or relevant ones going on. Like, Big did the reverse sweep over Extra Assault earlier. I watched a little bit of the final map, but I mean, that's not really that relevant. And then Call of Duty apparently isn't going to have any more matches until this weekend. So that's gonna be that. And I mean, there is like Valorant and League of Legends and stuff, but I don't know. Valorant doesn't always have stuff go. I mean, it has like, they don't get like a ton of views, honestly, on the actual straight up Valorant streams for the tournaments, but I mean, some of them are interesting. It just kind of depends what teams are playing, because nowadays I kind of know which teams are like the top tier ones worth watching, but it is what it is. I mean, I'm still at the stage in Valorant where I kind of enjoy watching like the worst teams instead of just only like the top tier, because now in CSGO it's like nobody wants to watch the crappy garbage teams, you know, that are like ranked 1,000 in the world, but unless they're playing, you know, a top tier team. Because it's funny, because like when who was it that recently beat Vitality? I can't remember. They're like some tier 1 billion team. That was kind of hilarious. But yeah, that's gonna be all for now. Shout out to everybody who came through. Shout out to the thumbs uppers and thumbs downers. And yeah.